Hi everyone, this is Dr. Weideman, and this short video will introduce you to our My Courses course and our My Math Lab course. So let's start with My Courses. So from the course homepage, which is shown here, you'll have several options, and I just want to point out that you can always see a news item here on the left-hand side, and then the calendar items will be shown on the right-hand side. All the due dates have been put into the calendar, so they'll show up here, and they'll also show up if you click on the calendar option up here. Let's take a look at course content. So in course content, the most important place you want to go first is the Begin Here module right here. And so once you go there, you're going to be able to again, if you go to the Begin Here module, this has all the material to get you started in the course. So let's take a look at what's in the Begin Here module. So in this module, you have a link to the syllabus, a link to the syllabus addendum, a detailed weekly schedule, which I urge you to print out and keep close to your computer so you can keep track of due dates as they come up, and then also the required syllabus quiz. You need to get 100% on this quiz in order to unlock the unit modules, which are shown here. My demo student has already submitted her syllabus quiz with a score of 100%. And then there's some other helpful materials to get you started, a checklist. This message that you're listening to now is available here as a handout, a link to my instructor page, information about proctor testing, and your first discussion topic is located here, which is to introduce yourself to the class. Continuing over here on the toolbar, you have information over here. We're going to come to the first day in just a second. Ask a question forum is a discussion where you can post questions to other students in the class. Analysis of test answers. After each test due date, I'll post an analysis of questions that a number of students seem to have missed, and you might want to look at those when you study for the proctored final exam. And then the unit modules are set up in the same order, and there's 5 units in this course. Let's take a look at the first unit, which is Unit 1, which is talking about set theory, and we're going to learn about set concepts, subsets, Venn diagrams, and so forth. And there's an introduction section in here, which will go through the learning outcomes for the unit, the different assignments that you have to do in the unit. And then also in each unit module, you'll find, and the options here, you can expand all the subfolders or collapse them all. The activities that you do, read the ebook, watch the videos in my math lab. I have section notes prepared for each section that you might find useful to read in lieu of reading the e-text. There's lecture videos I've created for each section. There's worked example videos, a listing of the assignments that you need to do, and then the discussion topic for the module. So they're all going to be set up in the same format. All right, and in most of the modules, there's some additional information. Let's take a look if there's one in this one. Yeah, there is. There's PowerPoints here if you like PowerPoints, and the additional information, just some interesting websites that I found that you might like to take a look at. Let's go back up to the calendar. I mentioned before, all the due dates are listed on the calendar. And if you take a look, class begins on the 17th, and you have the first set of assignments due on the 23rd. Communication, and I want to mention to you, you can always respond to an email I send to you, but the easiest way to email me is to use your student tools right here. It says email faculty, it'll address the email to me, and then you can type a question that you want to ask me. Also want to point out on your tools, you have access here to library and tutoring, and the tutoring option will give you in-person tutoring. You can make an appointment, or you can also use some online tutoring with tutor.com. Tutor.com is down here. This is actually making an appointment for either online or in-person to come to campus. So there is free tutoring available. Please take advantage of it. All right, so let's go back to course content, and this is very important. For this course, it's participating in what's called the First Day Course Materials Program. And what this does is it allows you to opt into the program, and whatever fee is involved with purchase of the software will come out of either your financial aid or whatever payment option you have on account with the college, and it will be a discounted rate. If you try to buy the software, the My Math Lab license elsewhere, it's going to cost more money. So I would urge you to opt in, and you'll be registered from the very beginning of the course. And in order to do that, you're going to click on this link right here, and then on the next page, you're going to click on, it says, launch courseware. And once you do that, I can't do it because I'm already registered. What's going to happen is you're going to click on this, and it's going to take you through the registration process. If you have a My Math Lab account, it'll link you up. If not, you'll create one, and then you'll go ahead and opt in, and then boom, you'll be right into the course. And let me just show you when you do that, once you've completed that registration process, I'm going to urge you on this page to click on this link here. You do have links to just, your student links are down here, just the assignments or the course homepage. But if you click on the orange bar here, it'll take you to the full My Math Lab course. And I'm going to urge you to do that. So in the My Math Lab course, the homepage here shows a calendar. And if we go out for 4 weeks on here or a month, you'll start to see that you do have assignments due in here. So you have one My Math Lab assignment due next week, or due on the 23rd. And if you take a look at, let's go over here on the left toolbar. If you look at units of study, at the very top of this, you can access an e-text which mirrors the printed textbook. You also have a mobile and accessible e-text that you can use. And then if you look within one of the modules here, and these are set up the same way as the unit modules in our My Courses course, you'll have access here to click on the homework and take the quizzes and tests. And then there's some exercises here that you might want to also practice with. In order to get to all the assignments for the course, click on the Assignments tab. And here you'll see all the assignments that I've set up in My Math Lab. The only thing that's not in the assignments in your course that are not in My Math Lab are the discussion topics, which are in the unit modules in My Courses. And these are set up in order that we cover the material. And so you've got 2.1 as your first assignment and is due on the 23rd at 11 p.m. I've also linked here the section of the textbook and any videos that are available for that section. So a lot of students like to watch videos. You don't have to go searching for them. They're all linked for you right here. I do want to point out the unit tests, you have to get 60% on each of the homeworks in that unit in order to unlock the unit test. And that's what that little green arrow, it'll keep track for you, little green flag rather, will keep track for you of which ones you still need to get to 60% on to unlock your test. Okay, and I wanted to point out on some of the homework, let's go ahead, I don't know, I'll just pick a homework assignment in here somewhere. Let's go to 2.3 and just randomly pick a homework problem. So when you're working on the homework problems, you do have some question help available, and each question might have slightly different help in it. Let's take a look and see what this one has. So it says, get more help. So for this one, you can help me solve it, which will solve this problem, but when you get finished, you'll get a different question. View an example will solve a similar question. When you get finished, when you finish up here with that help, you'll go back to the original question. You can also go to the section of the textbook where it's covered, or you can get Ask My Instructor, which will send me an email with this exact question. And if you tell me exactly what you're having trouble with, I will create a handout or make a video and email it to you in our My Courses course to help you answer that question. The question help is not available on the unit tests or on the proctored final exam, so keep that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about the final exam. And while I'm out here, let me just show you, back to the assignments page. Our final exam is given through HonorLock, and you do have to complete this HonorLock sample test in order to get access to the proctored final exam. The HonorLock sample test will let me know that you understand the HonorLock system. In order to use HonorLock, if we go back to our course, on your top toolbar, you're going to look over, it's going to be on the far right side on your toolbar, and it's going to say HonorLock. Once you click on it, it'll show that sample test, and you just click launch, and it'll take you through the steps in order to take the HonorLock sample test. You also have a module in your My Courses course called HonorLock Information, which talks to you about what happens when you take an HonorLock exam. And there's also a video down here that shows you exactly what happens. If you notice in here, if you click on the HonorLock sample test, it's going to say, I need the password. Well, HonorLock is going to put the password in for you after you go through the ID check and the room scan, and then HonorLock will insert the password into the exam, and then you can begin to take your test. If you watch this sample video, it'll show you what's going to happen, and I really urge you to do that. And if you do this sample test early in the semester, I will give you a bonus point that I'll add to the score of your final exam. So it's really, really important to keep up with the weekly assignments. Don't fall behind. And again, I would urge you to, from the Begin Here module, is to print out this detailed weekly schedule. Keep it close by. You can check off week by week the assignments. All the due dates are shown here, all the assignments, and it'll keep you right on track. So I look forward to working with you with this semester, and have a great, great semester.